Before this video even starts, major spoiler warning in effect. Also, if you haven't seen Saw in its full form, go watch it right now. Welcome to In the Grave featuring Dumpster Dan. That's me, by the way, if you didn't know. I'm Dumpster Dan. I'm the guy talking right here. So, today's episode, we're going to be reviewing, summarizing, and seeing if the kills would actually work in Saw, the first ever Saw film. This film had a very big impact on the horror genre as a whole. I don't think horror today would have been as it is today if this film didn't come out. So let's get into it. The film starts off with a blue light floating around in some sort of water. We find out that it's actually a bathtub and there's a guy in it with him. So he wakes up and the tub starts to drain. The blue light goes down the drain. So keep this in mind. This may be a little important for later. I'd also like to quickly add in right here, wouldn't the guy be dead? Wouldn't he have drowned? Because how long has he been in here? He's probably been in here for quite a long time, to be honest. So yeah, I don't know. They don't specify. It's pitch black in the room he's in, and he starts yelling out for help. He hears a deep voice come from across the room, and the deep voice finds a light switch. Hey, so, quick little thing. Hey, YouTube, can you not demonetize me? I even added a smiley face so he's okay. He's okay. This is a movie. None of this really happened. Don't demonetize me. Okay, thanks. The light turns on and they see a dead man in the middle of the room with a bullet wound through his head and a gun type. I don't know what gun he has, but a gun in his other hand. They introduce themselves as Dr. Lawrence Gordon. I'll put a picture here at this point. I probably have already put pictures, so it's not gonna. Maybe I'll just cut this part out. I don't know. Maybe I'll leave it in. But this is the first episode, so maybe I'll just leave it uncut. And Adam. Then we get some inspirational quotes from Adam. Take it away, Adam.
My name is very fucking confused. What's your name? I went to bed in my shithole apartment and woke up in an actual shithole.
Forgot to add this, but Adam finds one too. Letter 2. That don't matter, though. Then Dr. Gordon finds a letter in his pocket, which contains a bullet and a key. Gordon, of course, first off, tries the key on his shackles. Doesn't work, so he tries so he throws it to Adam to try it on his shackles. Doesn't work. So Adam throws it away. I don't know why, but when Gordon... This part's funny to me. When Gordon tosses him the key, he tosses it in, like, the most wimpy kind of manner and just completely misses where he was supposed to throw it to, but I mean it works. I mean it works. that's all that matters. It's almost as like he was aiming for the toilet. Then they see the dead man. It has a tape recorder, a tape player, so they decide, maybe we should try to get this. Maybe we should try to throw something over there and get it. So they do exactly that. Adam tries to throw his shirt over there and reach the tape player to no prevail. So he grabs the chain from the bathtub drain stopper to get the tape player, and he succeeds somehow. So they play the tape, and to summarize Adam's tape, it just says basically that he might die in this bathroom and he might live. That's literally about the entire tape. Gordon's tape explains how he has to help people. He has to tell people that they're going to die. So, this time, he's going to have to be the cause of death to save his family. And if he doesn't kill Adam by 6, it doesn't say PM or AM. I don't know, I'm interluding this crap. I'll probably just cut it. And his tape also tells him to follow your heart. But that was very quiet. He, whispered it. He was, ASMRing it. Gordon notices on the toilet next to Adam that there's a heart, so Adam digs inside the disgusting toilet. Ew, no, bleh. He finds nothing, so he decides to open the lid and finds a garbage bag inside containing 2 hacksaws. So they try to cut the chain that binds their foots to the pipe, and that didn't work. Which, I'm going to interlude a lot in this episode, but I'm just going to interlude here. In real life, hacksaws are meant to go through metal. What kind of metal are they using? What kind of metal is around their leg and around the pipe? Is it indestructible or some crap? what the hell? This just isn't fair. So they keep going at it, and Adam's saw breaks, and he gets angry and throws it at the mirror and breaks the mirror. Gordon realizes that the killer actually wants them to cut through their feet and realizes who it might be. We then cut to a crime scene and see two policemen investigating a man entangled in the razor wire maze trap. I might put a picture here. I might have to draw a picture for YouTube demonetization. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'll do something here. Hi, future me. What'd you do? The police find a tape at the crime scene. The tape basically says that Paul's the victim. Paul is in the trap. He was cutting himself. The killer gives him two options: cut yourself to escape the trap, or sit there and die. He has until 3 o'clock to escape, or else the door to the room seals shut. With this trap, I think that is possible, but from seeing the trap, where is the exit? I don't see the exit, so how would you escape the razor wire trap? But if you did get cut enough, yes, you would bleed to death, or die from dehydration or starvation, or something like that. He fails, of course, because you see his body later on, so it doesn't matter. They notice on his back, a piece of his skin is carved out into a jigsaw puzzle, finally giving us a name: the Jigsaw Killer. Hell yeah. We finally get his name revealed. We teleport to another crime scene, and we see the victim, Mark, as just a burnt corpse, looking like, I don't know what he looks like, but he's just a charred corpse, really. They find a tape that explains that Mark has been faking.
Tape basically explains that Mark has been faking a sickness, and he has a poison coursing through his veins.
There's a safe containing antidote, and a number is all over the wall, and a candle in front of him that he needs to use the candle to find the letters and unlock the safe. But he's covered in a flammable jelly. Oh, also, just the top, put the cherry on top. The floor is covered in glass. Like, what the fuck, Jigsaw? Give this guy a break. He was just trying to get some days off of work or something. Now for the survival rate, he could survive. The numbers to the safe are slightly bigger, but that's still very, very difficult. The bad part is the glass digging into his feet, really. What if he, accidentally cuts, a major muscle in his foot, like the Achilles tendon or something like that? That factors into the trap. That factors into his survivability rate. But I think it would be hard to beat, but I think it's possible. The police find a pen light at the crime scene. Then we cut to Gordon in the hospital, explaining how John Kramer, a patient at the hospital, has cancer.
The janitor, Zepp, takes a strong interest in John Kramer.
He is then paged to his office, where the police
Suspect
that he is the Jigsaw Killer, and questions him. And we also finally figure out the names of the detectives we have: Detective Tapp and Detective Singh. I'm saying Detective Singh. I know it's not what he's called in the movie, but that's his last name, and I think it's funnier. Gordon doesn't know how the pen light ended up at the crime scene. They try to set him up for murder, but they fail, and he's proven innocent. We then see Dr. Gordon goes into the room with the only survivor so far of the Jigsaw trip. Of the Jigsaw killings. I'm gonna say it like that because it sounds cooler. Amanda Young. The police send him in to see if he gets a response from her or trigger something, proving that he is the Jigsaw Killer. We then see Amanda in the reverse bear trap, and then we finally, the best part of the entire film, we finally get to see Billy the puppet for the first time. I'm so happy, dude. I'm so happy. I can't be any more ecstatic. And he explains that Billy explains the trap is to cut into the stomach of her dead cellmate. And I'm not going to see if this trap is survivable yet, because she made it out, so that's my rules. If the trap doesn't take any victims, I am not going to see the survivability rate. I think that's fair, and if you don't, then I'm sorry. Comment an angry comment below. And then maybe I'll do it sooner. I don't know. She stabs into her dead cellmate, but we figure out that he truly isn't dead. He was just drugged to sleep. And then we cut back to Adam and Gordon arguing about stuff, how he thinks he's the Jigsaw Killer and stuff. Adam threatens Gordon with a piece of glass, but then he realizes the mirror is actually a two-way mirror. If you don't know what that is, one side you can see through, and then the other side just looks like a mirror, basically. You should know that if you're watching this type of video. They find a camera and start yelling at it to let them out. To no avail. We then cut to Gordon's daughter's room as she's waking up to the wind chimes. She goes to see her mom because she wants Dad to tuck her in. Also, this is Gordon's daughter and wife, so keep that in mind. When I say she wants the dad to tuck her in, I'm referring to Gordon. Just keep that in mind. She wants her dad to tuck her in. Oh, that's cute. Then Gordon shows Adam pictures of a family, and the last one we see is actually the family being kidnapped by a man. We see on the back of the card it says X marks the spot. Sometimes you see more with your eyes closed. Adam then takes the photo and doesn't tell Gordon. We then see Detective Tapp spying on Gordon's apartment because he still suspects Gordon as the Jigsaw killer. We then cut to the detectives investigating a local metal mill. They see a man strapped to a chair with 2 drills near his neck. They then have to hide because they hear someone coming. We then meet the Jigsaw killer. Doesn't show his face though, it's just a back shot. He then pushes the chair, starting the drill chair. He pushes the button to start the drill chair. The chance of you surviving this is very slim. If you don't stop the trap, it will make your neck bleed out. It's pretty easy to survive, but if you don't, you're just going to die. We then see Detective Jigsaw cutting Tapp's throat, and he stumbles to try to help Detective Singh. We then see Detective Singh fall into the hands of the shotgun trap, which is basically a tripwire and 4 shotguns dangled above him. He then becomes a blood slushy. Tasty. How tasty. We then see Detective Tapp back at our apartment alive. What the fuck? He should be dead from that neck slash. That went deep. That wasn't like a little itty bitty prick on the neck. Like, that was a deep neck slash. He should be dead. We cut back to the bathroom, and Adam finally realizes what the clue means. He yells at Gordon to shut the lights off, and he finally does. He sees a glowing X on the wall. Gordon breaks the wall and finds a box containing a phone and a cigarette. Adam wants to smoke, but Gordon refuses. He tries to get the police, but it doesn't work. We then transport to Gordon in a car park, and a flash comes from somewhere and blinds them momentarily. We don't know where it is, but we then see Gordon and Adam talking a bit like best buds, but then Adam shows Gordon a picture of his kidnapped wife and daughter. Gordon starts crying for like 3 minutes, which is understandable, but we don't need 3 minutes. Gordon then turns off the light and says something that we cannot hear. He has a plan.
And here's the plan. I'm just going to play it right now, so.
Gordon yells about his family being let go because Adam's dead and he has fulfilled and won. Yaha, yay. Then Adam gets shocked to prove that he isn't dead. Then Adam remembers how he got there. So we get transported back into the past again. This is like Back to the Future, but in the past. He's at his apartment. He's at an apartment complex, and he is developing photos of Gordon. What? Where did he get the photos? When the power goes out. He uses the flash of his camera to guide himself through his apartment, and then we get jump scared by a man in a pig mask. Gordon then gets a phone call from his daughter in distress, saying that there's a Batman from her closet. Batman, more like the baby. Then she hands him the phone to his mom, who's also scared. Then Adam shares what his job is, taking pictures of men who have been having affairs with other women in sketchy hotels. That's an oddly specific job. That's an oddly specific job title. Huh. Then Gordon and Adam start talking some more. We then figure out that Zepp is watching them through the monitor. Zepp is I didn't mention him earlier, but he was friends with John Kramer, a patient in their hospital when he was sick. But Zepp is behind them, and he's kidnapped her child and he has kidnapped Gordon's child and wife. There's a big fight where the child and mother where the child and mother break from their restraints and fight him. Then Detective Tapp arrives and tries to kill Zed. Gordon hears the phone ringing and sees the clock ticking down. So he cuts off his own fucking foot. Jesus Christ. Also, during this, a chase between Zep and Detective Tapp are happening, but that's not important. That's not important. This guy's fucking foot's gone. It's on the floor. He then goes and grabs the gun to shoot Adam. Gordon can't make himself shoot Adam because they've grown so together. And then Zep enters the room to kill Adam. He puts the gun in his mouth, and as he's about to kill Adam, Gordon punches Zep onto the floor, and Adam bashes his head in with a fucking toilet lid. Oh my god. Oh my. Holy shit. This movie's like so extreme. It turns out that Zep was in a game of his own. He has poison coursing through his veins. He must kill Gordon's child and wife for the antidote. Also turns out the guy in the middle of the room, yeah, he's John Kramer. He's not dead. He's Jigsaw. The film's ends out on the best quote of...
Not anymore. Game over.
So how does the beginning of an entire subgenre of horror movie get ranked on my book? Let's find out and go to the review corner.
For rating the film, we have 5 categories: suspenseful, acting, traps, gore, and overall film score. For the suspenseful factor, I will give it a 5 out of 10. Not too suspenseful, but still a little suspenseful. For acting, I'll give it a 7 out of 10, just for that one scene with Adam dying from the cigarette alone. That was just bad. For traps, I'll give it a 4 out of 10, because the traps aren't super great in this movie, but they will get better, I promise. For gore, I'll give it a 5 out of 10, because it's not super gory. It'll get gory later on, but it's just the beginning. And for the overall film score, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. Pretty good film. Not the best I've seen, but it was pretty good. And with that, don't forget to cut the like button's foot off and smash the subscribe buttons with the head with the toilet tank lid, and comment what you think of the series. But thank you all for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe, and goodbye.
Also, thank you all for watching, and don't forget to check out Sackhead Ed and Survivor's Guilt. Also, I am sorry for having to re-upload this 3 times. YouTube is being a funky monkey. That's about it. Goodbye.